If you ask me what is the most traditional Lao stew, I would say it is all LAM. The stew highlights all the Lao flavors and ingredients like padaek, dill, Mai Sakhaan, and Lao basil. The beef chunk is tender and falls apart with every bite. After a spoonful of the stew, you get the unique taste of the Lao wood chili. And of course, make sure to have freshly steamed kaunio sticky rice. Sabarkdee Pinang, hi fam, welcome back to Saeng's Kitchen. We are making a very traditional Lao stew and it's called all LAM. This stew is packed with so much umami flavor and special ingredients like Mai Sakhaan and also Lao basil. So every time I eat this stew, I'm transported to Luang Prabang because that's where this dish originated. And also we have a special ingredient that we're going to be adding to this dish. So this video is in partnership with a new fermented fish sauce. It's called Ling Tu Krok. And this is really delicious and really funky, and I think you'll absolutely love it. So some special things that make it unique is that it's made with pineapple and also pandan leaves. It goes well with a lot of Lao food. Make sure to check out their website, ling2krok.com, and you can purchase your own bottle, and they are also available on amazon.com. So I would highly recommend using this fermented fish sauce for especially this dish. And y'all know, all LAM is a lot of work, so let's go ahead and get cooking. The first step is grabbing your sticky rice and then rinsing it at least 3 times and then drain it and then go ahead and refill it with some warm water and let it sit out for at least 1 hour or more is totally fine. The second step is going to take you a bit longer. We're using cow skin, and right here you can see that there's still a little hair on the surface of the cow skin. So in order to get it off, you gotta first rinse the cow skin and then make sure you pat it dry. Once it's dry, go ahead and turn on a flame. You're gonna put it over the flame for a couple minutes until all that hair burns off, and you're gonna see that your cow skin starts to char, and that's totally fine. So do that with every piece. Once you have all the char skin boiled, let's go ahead and grab a pot of water and bring it to a boil. Go ahead, add your cow skin, some salt, and let it cook off for about 15 minutes. Now you can strain it and put it in cold water. At this point, I like grabbing a metal spoon and then you can slowly scrape off the charred parts of the cow skin. A little bit of charring on the cow skin is totally fine. I think it adds even more depth to the stew later on. Now the cow skin is ready, so go ahead and cut this up into small pieces. Now the unique ingredient to this dish is Mai Sakhaan. In Lao, we call this Mai Sakhaan. It's specifically used in Lao cuisine, especially all LAM and different stews. So when it's in the stew, it creates this chili, peppery tone and also numbing of the tongue afterwards. It's really special to Laos and it looks like a piece of wood, but it's actually a really large, thick vine. And I was very lucky enough to actually bring this from Laos, directly from Laos. So I already have a pack that I actually bought from Laos, the Mai Sakhaan that's already cut up. And so I'm gonna go ahead and rinse it under warm water, wash off anything first for a few times, and then let it sit in cold water as we prepare all the other ingredients. Now let's prepare the aromatic mixture. So we have 1 whole lemongrass, and I'm gonna make sure this is washed, and I'm gonna peel off the outside hard layer and keep that. And once you have all the outside layer off, go ahead and grab them and put it into a small bundle, and we're gonna use that for the stock. And now for the inside of the lemongrass that's soft, you want to go ahead and cut that up. And I'm using 3 bird-eye chilies. You're also going to chop that up. For the galangal right here, it's about 2 inches, and I'm just going to chop that up as well. And lastly, I have 3 small shallots that I want to roughly chop. Now let's create the aromatic mixture. So grab your coconut stock and go ahead and add the lemongrass and smash. And now the bird-eye chili, smash. Galangal, smash. Isn't this fun? And lastly, the shallots, and then smash. So you're gonna have a really light aromatic mixture right here. After that, put your aromatic mixture in a bowl and go ahead and clean your coconut stock. And now we're gonna make the sticky rice paste. So this is used to thicken up our stew. So go ahead and grab some of the sticky rice that's been soaking in water and then put it in the mortar and pestle and smash it until it becomes a fine powder. And now we can just gonna add a little bit of water, and that's gonna help it dissolve and make it more of a gooey paste. And then we can go ahead and put all of this to the side. Grab a large stew pot, heat it up, and then add some vegetable oil. Once all the oil is hot, go ahead and add your aromatic mixture. And you wanna saute this for a couple minutes till the aromatics start cooking. For this stew, I'm using beef chuck. I think it's a really good cut because it has a lot of the fat in there, and that fat is flavor. So you want to cut this into cubes. Let's go ahead and toss all the beef chuck right into the pot with the aromatics and then saute this for about a minute or 2. And then make sure nothing burns by adding water right into your pot. Let's add the lemongrass bundle and then also the Mai Sakhaan. Let's bring this to a rolling boil and then go ahead and put your lid right on top and then turn your heat down low and cook this off for about 30 minutes. Let's check on the stew. Now we're gonna add more ingredients. You can add your diced oyster mushroom, your woodier mushroom, and then also the cow skin that you diced up earlier. And then I like to add a pinch of salt and mix it well. And then again, let it bring to a rolling boil, cover it up, turn it back down on low, and cook it off for another 15 minutes. All right, let's open it up again. This time we're gonna add round eggplants right in there. Now we're adding the Ling Tu Krok fermented fish sauce. After that, I add a little bit more regular fish sauce. Now go ahead and mix the stew. And now we're gonna add the sticky rice paste right into the pot and make sure this is well mixed because you don't want the sticky rice paste to become clumpy. After everything is well mixed, go ahead and turn it on low, put your lid on and wait for 5 minutes. Okay, one last time I'm opening it. We are almost done. We're gonna add the roughly chopped green onion, yam leaves, then go ahead and mix, then add a handful of dill. One of the unique things about Lao food is that we use a lot of dill in our traditional food like mokpa or lam and sometimes even sai o. It was most likely adopted from the French, and now at the morning markets in Luang Prabang you can find dill being sold everywhere. So good. And lastly, Lao basil. And now go ahead and turn off the heat and gently mix all of these aromatics and herbs together. And the residual heat should cook off these herbs. And that's how you make all lam. Let's grab a big bowl and start serving it. And what I like to do is garnish it with extra dill and Lao basil. Y'all, this is one of my favorite herbs. It is Lao basil, aka pak itu. And so this smells like lemon, but also when it's cooked, all the fragrances come out into the dish. It's used in a lot of different Lao cuisine, but it's really hard to source and find in the Western market. So if you go to a farmer's market and you're able to find pak itu, make sure to grab a lot and run. All that cooking made me tired, so I'm gonna come around and eat with you all. All lam is done and I'm ready to dig in. I have my fresh kaunio. Go right into the broth, grab some cow skin, some mushroom, enjoy. All those flavors and textures and the dill. This is one of my favorite dishes. It immediately brings me back to Luang Prabang because this is where the dish originated from. And honestly, it's so well worth the work. You see the fresh dill, the eggplant, the spice of the pepper. I love seeing the sa-kahn in the broth. You know it's authentic and it's what the recipe calls for. This is just so good. I just want to continue eating. So that's what I'm going to do. I hope you all enjoyed learning how to make all lam. If you have extra, go ahead and put it in the refrigerator. The next day, it'll taste even better. Make sure to grab a delicious bottle of Ling Tu Krok fish sauce. It is a product of Thailand. This bottle is full of flavor and is considered a premium export quality of padaek that goes great with many Asian dishes. So let me know in the comments below if you've had all lam before or like putting other ingredients in there. And so I'll see you all next time on Saeng's Kitchen. Bye. Bao. Oh, here she comes. Yeah, come on, sit. Bao. Do you like all lam? Like it, Galabao? Yeah? This Lao dog loves padaek.